Hello everyone and welcome back to your piano lesson. If you are here for the first time, I am Gianluca Fronda, pianist, composer, piano and composition teacher. If you want to discover interesting facts about me, you can watch the introduction video of the channel. I'm leaving the link below in the description, where you will find also the link for my artistic channel in case you are interested in original music and covers. Going back to the Piano Lessons to Go channel, don't forget to subscribe and to share also with your friends if there is anybody that is interested in piano music. Let me know also about yourself when you started studying, your experience. Now time to go to our lesson. Today I have decided to go back to the ABRSM syllabus 2021-22 and to talk about Moonbeams, the B1 piece on page 10 of the grade 4 piano exam pieces. This is a very nice piece. At the beginning I didn't think to publish, but then I've noticed that some of my students is studying it, and I believe that it's quite successful. It's a very cozy piece. It's the number 1 from Rendezvous with Midnight by Barbara Arens. He's a contemporary composer. To study very well this piece would be definitely useful, the understanding of the harmony. I'm sure that 99 students out of 100, they don't know that much about the harmony, the chords that are used. But by understanding them, you will definitely play with much more confidence. I anyways try, because I don't know if you've noticed, if you've been watching some of my previous videos, you know that I like to start talking about chords, and I can't wait to develop even more this understanding in all of you. We are in the key signature of F major. After these pickup notes is affirmed the chord, the tonic of F major, the F major chord. Played with an arpeggiato on the left. This is a delay of the real note of the harmony. This is an F major in first inversion. Then we go to the D minor, then to the B flat major. We can say that this is the first of F major, this is the 6th of F major, this is the 4th. What do I mean? Pay attention one second. In the scale of F major, F is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. Obviously they are the same degrees even if you go down. 1st, 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. So the composer does 1st of F major, so F. Then a 6th. 1st, 7th, 6th. Then she goes to the B flat. And then she's touching the 2nd of F major, that is the G minor, to go to the dominant of F major, that is the C major chord. In this case we have 2 harmonies in one bar, here we have just one. And then to confirm again the tonic. So G minor, this one, with an auxiliary note. And here the chord is completed by combining left and right. And this is indeed the chord of C major. If you take the C and you bring it here, it's easily visible C major chord, isn't it? Now take simply this one as an example to start analyzing the other ones. Trust me, you will definitely develop your skills by analyzing constantly the pieces. You will be able at some point to play also by ear, probably. I wish you to do so. You will be able to play by ear songs that you like. On top of these chords that I've mentioned in the first few bars that are repeated, we have just one that hasn't been mentioned at all. That is exactly this one. Here we are touching the A major. A major would be the dominant of the relative minor of F major, that is D minor. But is not going to the D minor, because after this chord is doing, is taking you back to the F major, doing. If it was supposed to be a temporary modulation to the D minor, the composer would do after this would do probably. I'm composing now, I'm changing completely the piece. But she didn't want to do this. She didn't want to take you to the D minor, but she decided to take you back to the F major. After the A, low note, this is indeed A, pay attention, the A that you get exactly here. She's doing again da da dum dum. Back to the F major with some variation in the melody, same as you got some semiquaver here, and touching again the same identical chords up to the end. Obviously this passage is quite tricky. Now we stop talking about the harmony, we start talking about the complexity of the right hand part. Here, in general, I suggest to study these passages with rhythmic variations. I explained the rhythmic variations very well in one of my previous tutorials, the one about Innocence. Innocence is one of the grade 3 pieces, as far as I remember, the A2 piece from the same identical syllabus 2021-2022. I'm leaving anyways the link below, because you might maybe get some good advice from that tutorial. What are the rhythmic variations? The rhythmic variations are something that you apply to tricky passages, let's say complicated passages made of even values. What do I mean? Blocks of 4 semiquavers repeated. You see more than 4 semiquavers. We have here 5 blocks of 4 semiquavers. Or 4 quavers that have to be played very fast. So anyways, it's needed for solving technical problems featured by some passage. And by changing the rhythm, there are 10 variations, you improve definitely the passage by increasing the finger strength and increasing the strength of the passage itself, the perception of the note, the evenness of the notes. We have to pay attention to these notes. I understand that when we have too many ledger lines it's quite tricky. Pay attention. So if on the first line of the treble clef stay we would have the A, because here we have F, G would be this one, A would be here, B, C, then we would have D, E, F, G, A. This is C and A, exactly these ones. Here, the top note is the same identical one, A. This one is just 1/3 lower. A, G would be on the line, and F. And here we are. These are F and A that you would need. Here you go back to the C and A that you had exactly here. I decided to opt for some optional fingering. This is a much more advanced fingering, but I mean, consider it like as an option. You see, I added in the brackets. It's exactly the one that I will be using now playing it for you. But you are more than welcome to use the one that they suggest. I'm not a big fan of turning, of crossing the second over the thumb when the thumb is on a black key, if I can avoid. Look what I mean here, for example. According to what the publisher suggested you should do. See, crossing over the thumb on the black key, second on the C, and then 3. You see, is exactly what they printed down. What I like to do is this. I like to do 5, 3, 2, 1, 3. Obviously, if you have big hands, you can do it. If you have, let's say, medium average hands, try to see if you can. It will help you in the future. But this is a simple advice, a simple suggestion more than advice. I do the same here. Obviously, slightly different. The start is exactly the same. But then I like to stay on the B flat, starting it with the second finger and then exchanging, swapping using thumb. Look what I do. This way, you see, it's closer to the next note. In this case, I try to do the same thing, but I would suggest you maybe to use the one suggested by them. Here would be complicated. Anyways, I wrote, for those that are interested, look what I like to do. Because you have to be able to exchange the fingers on a note that is worth a quaver. So it would be dun 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 ti. Adjust if you can, otherwise you do what they suggest you to do, yeah? 2-1 in this way. Okay, now time to play the whole one at the final speed. I hope that I won't play faster than 66. I will try to do my best to keep it consistent up to the end, obviously respecting the molto ritardando at the end. I really hope you enjoyed the performance of this piece. It's very, very nice. Very calming music. So I hope you understood what I meant when I spoke about the different fingering. You are more than welcome to use the one suggested by the publisher. Indeed, now that I played the slow performance, I will try to respect strictly the one suggested by the publisher, the one that you have written down. Obviously, in case you want to try mine, it's enough that you simply copy this one and you take note now. I think it's quite visible. So, now going to the very slow performance, I'm going to play using the metronome. I will keep it on at 80 per quavers. It means that it's 40 per crotchets. The final speed is 66. If we want to express it per quavers, it would be 132. I'm playing it now at 80 per quavers. That is like 40 per crotchets. It is obvious that now I'm not going to mind too much the dynamics, yeah? And obviously I won't be respecting the molto ritardando that we have at the end. One more thing I'd like to clarify before I start playing. The only fingering that I won't be respecting is exactly the last one. I find the one suggested by them, I mean, this is my personal opinion, but I wouldn't suggest you, neither. So, the one that I suggest everybody is exactly this. Let me turn the metronome off 1 second. The one that I suggest everybody is this one. Look. So, after 2 and 3 that is exactly as it is. Then you have thumb on the middle C. You play 1, 2, 3, 4. These notes straight after the thumb passage. Then you pass the thumb. You do 1, 5 for the last two. So 2, 3 as it is. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on the B flat. And then 1 on the C again. 1, 5. And that's all. After this I can definitely play now. So I really hope you have enjoyed the piece, also the slow performance. I hope it's clear what I meant, that I've respected strictly the fingering suggested by the publisher, except the last one, the one at the end of the second last bar. Anyways, if you have any question, feel free to comment, let me know if you are enjoying the piece. If it's the first time you're landing on my channel, thanks to this video, don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next one. All the best.